everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Stacy with As the Tea Brews. Today I wanted to share a cup of tea with you and tell you about a book series that I recently finished that I really enjoyed. But before I tell you about my books, I wanted to share with you what tea I am steeping, and hopefully it will be done soon so I can give you an idea of what it tastes like. So I am steeping Candy Cane. It's an herbal tea, and this is a tea that I picked up from Monarch Tea House in Brigham City, Utah. And I don't know why this isn't focusing, but let me see. Okay, there, I think. So this is an herbal, and by the name of this, you would expect this to be kind of a sweet peppermint tea. And I had this one other night. These sample sizes just give you a couple of cups depending on how much you need. This particular one says 2 or 3 teaspoons for 8 ounces, so you need more of this one than some of the other teas. This tea, first of all, I'll say it's delicious. It was delicious, the first cup that I had, but it definitely didn't taste like a candy cane to me. I feel like this one, if you've ever tried the Necessities cotton candy, this one reminds me a lot of that one. A little bit different, but very similar. This has apple pieces, pineapple cubes, pineapple and sugar, natural flavoring, marshmallows. The ingredients for marshmallows: whole star aniseed, freeze-dried whole red currants, peppermint, and pink cornflower blossoms. Now this is a sample size, so I'm wondering if I just didn't get very much of the peppermint in my sample size. So I'm curious to know if like another bag might taste more minty and thus more like a sweet candy cane. But to me, as I recall, this tea just kind of tasted really fruity and sweet and yummy, but not really like a candy cane. But I did really enjoy this tea. So I will, as soon as it's done brewing, I will try it again and see if my memory is serving me correctly. But I do have it steeping in my Tea Runners teapot. And I know that people have commented that you can actually get this same style teapot from other companies. I got mine from Tea Runners. It has their logo right there on the side by the handle. I like this little teapot because I like to be able to see the tea brewing. It's a lot of fun. And then I have one of my new mugs that I just posted a haul from, David's Tea. This is the gold. It's a white mug with gold leaves on it, and the inside is aqua. So I'm going to be using this mug today. And this mug is perfect for this little steeper because I can pretty much just pour all of that in there and enjoy it. Okay, so now back to the books. I have told you guys before, I don't think I've done one of these for a month or two. I think the last time I did one of these book talks was when I read Lydia King novels, which I loved. I highly recommend those. If you didn't see that video, I will try to remember to add a little link to it. But one of my friends and I have kind of an audio book club, and we listen to the same audiobooks through Kindle Unlimited. Typically we pick books that are included in the Kindle Unlimited. So it's like $9.99 a month, I believe, plus tax, and then it has a whole bunch of books that you can just read as many as you want of. So for me, it just ended up being a lot more economical than doing like Audible, but it doesn't have quite the variety, of course, but I guess you would expect that for the price. So these books are by Charlie N. Holmberg, and it's the Paper Magician series. And I just listened to another of his books, and I loved these books. I thought they were so fun and so just enjoyable. There's 3 books in the original trilogy. Paper Magician, let me see. The Paper Magician is the first one, The Glass Magician is the second one, and The Master Magician is the third one. But then he also has The Plastic Magician as kind of an extra book, kind of along the same lines, the same type of story, same themes, and some of the characters do make a reappearance in that book, so that was fun. These books are about a character named Sienna Twill, and she just graduated from magician school, and they have several different kinds of magicians throughout the world right now, and this was kind of set in the early 1900s, and so there's some fun time period things in it, kind of historical type things. And she is being basically forced to become a paper magician because they have a shortage of paper magicians. And so she becomes an apprentice, and she studies under like a master magician, and she learns how to basically fold paper in a way that can be used in a lot of magical ways. Ellie just got home, and there's some excitement from the dogs right now, so I will just wait a minute and get right back to you. Kind of reminds me a lot of Harry Potter in a way, but she's outside of school. She's already finished school and learning to become a magician, but it's her experiences. There's some good guys, there's some bad guys, and it was just a really enjoyable series. I will say the first book actually was my least favorite of the 4 books. She just got thrown into these adventures, and I felt like the storyline jumped a little bit, and I feel like they could have spent more time learning about her and the magician world at the time, and her experiencing things before like this crazy adventure started. But other than that, it was very interesting, and I really loved the characters. I loved Sienna, and I loved these books, and I loved all 4 of them. But if you are a fan of Harry Potter, it is a different kind of magic. There's my tea timer. It's filling it up just to the brim. Smells very fruity and pineapple-y, but I think it's going to be a little hot to sip on right at this moment. But if you're a fan of like magic, kind of combined with some historical fiction and adventure and sci-fi and that kind of thing, then I think that you would really enjoy these books. I listened to them, I did not read them, so I'm not sure if my experience would have been different if I actually read the paper versions, but as audiobooks, I really loved these books. So I will type those up in the description box if you want to check those out. Let me know in the comments below what books you've been reading. I'm always looking for new books. Do you do audiobooks or regular books? And do you use a program like Kindle Unlimited, or do you subscribe to Audible? Let me know what your preferences are in the comments below. I do like reading actual books too, but I just find myself being able to read a lot more books if I do the audiobooks, because I listen to it when I walk the dogs, when I wash the dishes, when I fold laundry, when I'm driving to do errands and pick up the kids and stuff. There's another book that I finished by Charlie Holmberg, and it's called Magic Bitter, Magic Sweet, or Magic Sweet, Magic Bitter. I'll double check that in just a second. Okay, this is really yummy. This is definitely sweet, pineapple-y, but there's like another fruit flavor in there besides pineapple. It doesn't really taste like pineapple per se. It does actually remind me a lot of the cotton candy from the Necessities. Not quite as much depth of flavor. I think mint would be a nice tasty addition to that, so I think maybe I just got a sample that didn't have the peppermint in it. I don't know, maybe when I go back I'll have to get another sample of that or have them brew that one for me. Okay, so besides those books, I also read, oh yeah, Magic Bitter, Magic Sweet, and I just finished this one a few days ago, and my reading club friend did not actually finish this one. It wasn't her cup of tea at the beginning, and so she just was busy and didn't want to read it, but I went ahead and just powered through it and listened to that one, and I actually really ended up liking that one a lot, and I would recommend that one as well. She is completely different, but they still had the magical elements in it. I guess I shouldn't be talking about this one also in this video, but since it's the same author, I'll go ahead and tell you guys just a little bit. But the main character, she has amnesia. She doesn't remember anything from her life. She thinks she's in her early 20s, and she has this ability to bake magic into food, like baked goods. Like she can bake a cake that will make you feel happy or strong, or, you know, things like that. And so she runs a bakery. And then a tragedy kind of happens, and she has a series of kind of unfortunate things happen to her, and she has to discover where she came from. And I don't want to say much more than that because I don't want to give anything away, but I really enjoyed the full circle of her journey and how everything kind of came together. And I laughed out loud in that book, and there were some sad parts, and I just really enjoyed it. I liked that book a lot. So those are some of the books that I have listened to lately. I've got a couple of paperback or hardcover books, actual physical books that I've been waiting to read, and I need to get to those. But just drop me a comment, let me know what you've been reading or what you've really enjoyed reading lately. Thanks so much for watching this video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it and that you are having a fabulous day, and we will talk to you later. We'll see you next time.